Hey guys, this is just a quick video to say Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. We're so excited. We got all of our wrapping done. My hubby's bathing the puppies. We got their nails done. So Tuck is still dirty boy. He's about to get clean. So we're hanging out. My hubby's stocking broke. I was filling it up to surprise him, and it broke. So it's time to get him a new stocking. But I think I'm going to get him one that more matches mine, because mine is from Beans. It's beautiful. And then we got the other ones, the dogs, are the red leopard print there by the fireplace. So we're getting all ready for Christmas Eve. Are you getting ready? Guys, I felt led to share my miracle story of how we got this house, because a lot of people comment they love this house. It's an 1890s Victorian. It's a very special house. Their sister houses, this one and the one down there, and there's only been 5 owners since 1890. So there's an incredible story behind the house, but I want to share how my husband and I found this house, because this is a miracle manifestation, because we are co-creators with Christ. And watch my video. Wow, you got to hear this. That was about my love story. It's a couple days ago. Definitely go watch that, because that's another miracle story if you need some hope this Christmas. Because guys, I lost my parents 28 years ago. And so I know what it's like to be alone and feeling lost on holidays, because I used to feel that way for years. So I know how that feels. And we're having a very simple Christmas this year, but I'm grateful for that. We needed that after we're healing from COVID, right? So, and you can heal from it. Watch my series. It starts with day whatever number. I think it started at day 5. I did the series about COVID. So if you need hope about recovery healthily, you can recover, right? Because there's not a lot of people talking about that. So I talked about that. So I'm going to tell my miracle story of this house. So my husband and I had moved. We got married July 20th of 2001, moved September 30th of 2001 to Maine for his new job that he got, which was a miracle story in and of itself. But when we were looking for a house, we'd been renting in Yarmouth, and we got together and we made a list of what we wanted. My husband seemed to want different things, but when we put it on paper, they're very similar. And then we left it up to God. My husband was always looking. We did hire a real estate agent, but never signed the paperwork with him. And my husband just saw a little for sale by owner 2-page ad in the paper back then, because this was back in 1992. And everybody thought it was crazy because I set a 3-month goal. It was in December. We set the goal. We made the list, set the goal, knew the house was coming, and we set a goal by February 28th. And a lot of people thought that was crazy, right? Because we hadn't even been approved for a mortgage yet. And I was a little nervous because my husband was a school counselor, and that's the only income we had. I had just found my business, but it hadn't grown yet. It took a while to build it, especially because I was building it in the cold market. And so I wasn't sure, but they qualified us for a huge mortgage. And I was like, there's no way we're going to buy a house that amount because of his income, right? Because I'm a financial girl. I knew that I didn't want to be cash poor, right? You never want to get into a house that's way too expensive for you. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. The point is, we made that list. He saw a little 2-page ad, a little 2-sentence ad. I called, I set an appointment, and then I forgot about it. But I put it in my calendar. I'm a calendar girl, right? Used to be a finance person. So I put everything in the calendar. So it was a Sunday. My hubby's working at Beans, snowy day, teaching in the outdoors on the weekends like he always has been doing for the last 20 years. And what happened was I realized, I think I have something this morning. And it clicked, and I had about an hour to get here to look at this house. And I was like, so I called to cancel, because I thought, I'll just cancel it. I don't want to live there, right? I didn't think I wanted to live here because it was so far out of the scope of where we looked to live. And my business partner was relatively near to me, not knowing the future, right? So anyways, I called her, and she immediately said on the phone, again, I can't believe I have to sell this house. I love this house. I can't believe I have to sell it. And I said, why are you selling it? And she goes, well, I got my dream job. She works for the Navy. I said, my brother works for the Navy. She goes, oh my gosh, really? And she goes, what does he do? And I told her he was in Greece. And she goes, oh my God, I met your brother. And so it was again, crazy coincidence, but not. There are no coincidences. You either believe that everything's a miracle or nothing's a miracle. That was by Albert Einstein. I knew it was miraculous. I knew I had to be here. I threw on some jeans. I headed up. And as soon as I got on the property, and as soon as I walked in the house, I knew it was our house. However, I'm married now, right? Newly married, 1.5 years. And I said, okay, I need to get my husband back here. I can't buy a house without my husband, but I'll tell you, I love this house. And she goes, oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that, because I had somebody lowball me earlier, and I want to sell it to somebody who's going to take care of it and not paint the woodwork, right? Because this woodwork is amazing. It was meant for big mansions up in Bar Harbor, but there was a storm, and so the ship had to offload its wood, and so it became 2 houses. So that's why this house is so unique and beautiful. So anyways, I went home and I did something I never do. I stopped into my husband while he was at Beans, and he was like, what are you doing here? And I said, I think I found our house. And I was waiting for him to come home. And he took forever. He did his normal shift. I said, get off early. You need to see this house because it won't be on the market very long. And he waited. He got home. And he goes, honey, we're starting a course in 4 days. And I said, I don't care. We need to go see this house. So we drove all the way up here. And it was just before it got dark so he could see the light. And he felt the same way I did. And so she goes, you can take him on the tour. So I took him on the tour. And we stood out there and said, okay, this is what we can afford to pay. Let's offer her. We offered her in the kitchen. She goes, you know what? I go, what do you really need? And she said she needed this number. I said, we can do that. And I said, because we're not rich, right? Because my husband's a school counselor. And so it was easily affordable for us. And so it was a miracle. And she goes, by the way, you don't even need to hire she goes, this contract, I've blocked out all the numbers they give. Just go home, copy it, fill in the numbers, and we'll use that. And we didn't have to have an attorney. It was the easiest thing ever. See, when it's meant to be, it's easy. When I met my husband, it was easy. When I found this house, it was easy, right? He had to look for it, but we found it and it was easy, easily affordable, right? So when it's for you, it's easily affordable. That's one of the things about manifestation. When God brings you something, God gives you the power to get wealth and he adds no sorrow with it, right? When you're ready, he adds no sorrow with it. He had to test me and try me and helped me build a business so I'd learn how to walk by faith, not by sight. And so through that teaching, now I'm ready for the wealth that adds no sorrow to it, right? Are you? You've been through enough trials? Are you ready? RVGCR, it's the time for it. I have a friend commenting on my videos about how he's checking the CBI website. It's been down for 2 hours. So keep the hope, keep the faith, keep the prayers up there. We all have to collectively believe that this is happening and it will happen. God bless you. Miracle season, right? Miracle home, miracle season. By the way, we closed on February 28th, moved February 28th. In time to hit our goals. So miracles do happen. God bless you.